Hi, it's Bea with Crafting Daily Dose. Thanks for joining me again. Today I've got another alternative for the June 2021 paper pumpkin called Expressions in Color. And the card today really only uses components from the kit. I did use some other types of adhesive, but those can easily be substituted for what's already in the kit, so you don't have to add anything extra. So this is our card. It's got a little vellum overlay on part of it. It opens up to reveal an area where you can write your message. There's plenty of room. And I've also used the stamp and ink from the kit to decorate the envelope. Let's go ahead and get started. For this card, we'll use the Bumblebee card base in the landscape orientation. We'll also be using the vellum, the stamp, and the inks, and embellishing with the twine. Let's start with the card base. I'm going to open it up and I'm going to trim off a 1/4 inch from this side. So I've got the short side at the top. I will use my 1/4 inch measurement on the right hand side here. So I'll place my card base down with that measurement. Once we've done that, we're going to trim a little bit off of the short side. So I'm rotating it so that the long side is along the top of my trimmer track, and it doesn't matter which side we're doing here. I'm going to put it at 1 3/4 of an inch. And I'll use the darker blade here for cutting. Now from this piece, I want to trim off a 1/4 of an inch. So this time I'm going to scoot it over to the 1/4 inch measurement on the right. It's just easier for the smaller measurements to use the guides on the right so that you have more paper here that you can hold on to with your other hand. Okay, so I've got my little strip cut off, and I'll hang on to that. Now I've got my vellum piece and I'm going to cut that in half. So this is 4 inches across in this dimension, so I will cut it right at 2 inches. Okay, I'm using my silicone mat and I'm going to be stamping onto the card base. This is what's left over after we trimmed it. We're using it in this orientation, so this is the top and the bottom, this is the front and the inside. And we're going to be stamping on the front as well as on the bottom inside edge. Now I'm going to open this up just so that it's easier to stamp, but don't get disoriented. This is the panel that we're stamping on for the front. I'm starting with the stamp that looks like a big ink splotch, and I'm using the Bumblebee color from the kit. Now you can certainly apply the ink directly onto the stamp. If you happen to have a sponge dauber or a blending brush, it helps to use that to dab on some ink onto the stamp. That way it keeps the stamp from being super saturated, especially since your ink pad is new and maybe kind of juicy. And you're going to end up with an image that's lighter and more wispy, and it's going to more closely resemble the alcohol ink look. So I dabbed on some ink and I'm going to be stamping around the center part here. This is tone-on-tone stamping, where we're using the same color of ink as the cardstock, and so the effect is going to be subtle. stamp the inside along this bottom edge using the same image. And I'm just varying the angles a little bit as I go along to make things more interesting. Let's go ahead and do the flap of the envelope. So here's the flap. I'm going to turn it so that it's this way, and I'll stamp along the bottom edge here. So there, I think that's a fun look. And honestly, it's so fun using this stamp that I'm going to do a little bit on the front of the envelope too. Okay, I'll stop there so that we can assemble the rest of the card. Okay, we're back to the card base, and I've cleaned off my silicone mat so that none of the ink from it transfers anywhere. And now I'm going to be stamping a sentiment onto this front panel. For this, I'm using the "You Are Amazing" sentiments, but of course you can use whatever you would like. And I'm going to put it kind of towards the center here, just eyeballing it. And now I'm going to take out the larger of our leftover piece that we had cut out from the card base, and I'm going to stamp some of the flower images onto it. I'm going to end up fussy cutting this out, and I have one that I'm going to cut out completely, but to save myself time on the others, I'm only going to cut out the flower part of it, so I don't have to stamp a complete image. I'm going to turn it the other way and see if I can fit one extra one on here by doing that. Now comes all the fussy cutting. If you want to see more details about that, you can check out the other video that I did with this card kit. I've got all my pieces cut out, and notice on this piece I didn't try to do all the tiny details on these sprigs. I just did a simple bubble cut around them. Now we're ready to finish assembling the card. We need to attach the vellum to the card base, and when we line up these bottom edges, you can see that there is going to be a 1/4 inch overlap between them. And so you've got some different options. You can use the glue dots that came with the kit. If you have tear and tape, you can use that, although the tear and tape is going to be a little bit wider than that, so you have to trim off the excess. You can also use glue, but you want to use a very, very thin line of glue right at this bottom edge here. The vellum is not as porous as regular cardstock or other paper, and so glue tends to spread more than you think that it's going to. So if you put a big line there, it's just going to create a mess and go all over the place. What I'm going to do is to bring back my silicone mat, and I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal. So I'm going to run a line of adhesive along this edge, but the Stampin' Seal is wider than what I need. So I'm going to be running it off the edge, which is why I have the silicone mat here, so it won't stick to anything else. Now on your vellum piece, there's going to be one side that's a little bit brighter, a little bit shinier than the other side, just barely. I'm going to use that for the front. And you can see I have just a very thin strip of Stampin' Seal here. I'm going to line it up like this so that I can match the bottom edges. And then adhere it down. And the reason that we had trimmed some off of this part of the card base is so that now it would match the size of the vellum, since the vellum was a little bit shorter. Okay, so that looks good. And you can see that the rest of my Stampin' Seal stuck to the silicone mat, and I'll be able to rub that off. I can just come through with some scrap paper, rub it onto there, and then when I peel it off, it's stuck to my scrap paper and it comes right off the silicone mat. Now remember that tiny strip that we had saved? We're going to place that on top to hide this seam. So I'm going to run some Stampin' Seal along that too. So now this piece is basically like a little sticker, and I will lay it on top of this seam between the vellum and the card base, and I'll get it covered up. Next, I have a length of twine that is about 11 inches, and what I'm going to do is wrap it around this seam. Before I do that, I'm taking my snips and I'm going to cut a very small slit above that transition point. It's only about 1/8 of an inch. And then I'll turn it around and do the same thing on the other side, just a little 1/8 of an inch. Now when I wrap my twine, it's going to go into that little slit, and that's just going to help hold it in place. So I'm just coming around the back here. I want the end kind of in this area because it's going to get covered up. Okay. Now I'm going to use dimensionals to put on this flower, and that's going to cover up where my ends of the twine meet. So I'll put a dimensional there to help hold that down. And put another dimensional for the other side. Trim that off. So this flower is going to go down here, and I want to tuck another flower up in this area. So I'll glue this one down first. And I like to curl up the ends here just to give it a little bit more dimension. And I'll put glue just on the center part. Let me check my placement. A little bit more down. So I'm actually tucking it underneath this dimensional a little bit. Okay, that looks good. So these two dimensionals are going to support the middle of my flower. I need a little bit of support here on the ends as well. Just making sure that the dimensionals don't overlap with one another, and that looks like it fits well. So I'll go ahead and take all these backings off. I've got a few more flowers that I can use. And then I have another length of twine, this time it's 12 inches. I will double it over and then slip it in underneath there. I'll match up my ends and tie a little knot. And then I'll cut this loop open. So now I basically have a double string on each side of the knot, and I will form a loop and make a bow. And the nice thing about putting on the bow after the fact is that you can slide it around if you want to change its position. I like it here, but you might like it closer to this flower. And if you wanted to, you can use a little glue dot or a dab of glue underneath that knot to keep it in place. So that's our finished card. And don't forget the pretty envelope. We focused this time on using the stamp set, and we've only used up half of a sheet of vellum, so you still have more for another card. The vellum overlay adds interest to the card, and it still leaves plenty of room to write your message on the inside. I hope that you've enjoyed this dose of creativity. If you're interested in Paper Pumpkin and do not yet have a demonstrator, I invite you to check out my link below if you're interested in subscribing with me. I hope you'll join me again the next time. Till then, have a great day.